So, from my perspective, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, a lot of data scientists, a lot of technical people, at the end of the day, they're not signing the checkbook. They're not the ones who are signing off on projects.
Yeah.
And, in some ways that's fundamentally a little bit flawed, because you want the people that understand the systems to be the biggest proponents of them and actually having the decision-making power to do that.
Absolutely.
But in the biggest companies, especially if you're working in the Fortune 500,
Yeah.
usually it's a business person or a finance person that's making these decisions. And if you want your work to have impact as an engineer or a technical person, for better or for worse, you have to have it, someone who is non-technical understand the value of it. And that's such a exciting battle for some people. And then also for a lot of pure engineers, an unbelievably frustrating one.
I absolutely agree with you. I can see that, and I can see that as well. So I always, I like participating in mentorship initiatives. And my piece of advice to data scientists or people that are starting the career in data and tech is always to never stop learning that storytelling capability, which I'll be honest with you, when someone told me that the first time, I'm like, come on, these are I don't need this. I need, numbers are going to speak for me. Because when you come from technical, you always think that that's enough. And actually that's going to be your differentiator, right? I'm able to code, I'm able to build the systems, and you're not.
Yeah.
So I'm better. I can do these things that you can't. But then at the end of the day, the goal is to convince someone that what we do as data scientists has potential and has value, and that it's our responsibility to do so. So I always advise to do courses on storytelling or communication, or more simply public speaking, which might sound odd, but that's true. What I've seen in the past 10 years is, since the first article came out, data scientist is the sexiest job of the last century. I've seen an evolution in the profile of the data scientists or data engineers or developers. Obviously not for everyone, but a good amount of them have evolved into this, from being seen as I don't know if it's going to sound bad, but the nerd in the company that just develops something and doesn't interact with the rest of the organization, to really becoming influencers. So in my conversations with organizations, I find myself talking more and more every day with data scientists that have established a really close, trusted relationship with the business and with the decision makers. And so they become influencers in influencing those decision makers to sign the check. And I think that what allows us as data scientists to do that jump in building that trusted relationship is the ability to have communication skills.